Hey guys, James here today and welcome back to another Sims 4 video. Thanks to EA Game Changers for making this early access video possible. We are here in Mount Komorebi, and apologies if I said that wrong, but this is the new world that comes in the Sims 4 Snowy Escape. And if you didn't know, I actually built 3 of the official lots that came in this world. And today we're going to be fixing my terrible builds. As a caveat, some of the things we're going to be fixing are not my fault. And if you want to learn more about each of these builds, make sure to check out the videos that I did on each of them, linked down below or on screen. You'll be able to find out a lot more about how I built the lots and how the whole project came together. But today we're going to be going into some of them. We'll start off with my little starter home down here. This really doesn't look as good as I was hoping that it did. No, so the big problem, and I pointed this out in my overview video of this lot, was that when I originally built this lot, they didn't have this strange dirt patch around the lot. I'm still, quite frankly, not really sure why they've done that, because the problem is, even if you just get rid of my lot and you wanted to have grass here, you would still have to have something like this, because there's always dirt around the edge of the lot. So that means anything you put in the middle has to blend into that, or you're just gonna have a big straight edge to the terrain like this. So you can't ever really have grass on this lot. As a whole, obviously you could do like smaller patches, but anyway, it's really not ideal. I'm a little confused as to why it's just on a piece of dirt. It's like this house over there is as well, but it looks like that house is designed to be on it. Whereas I built this lot first and then they changed it to dirt patch. And if I knew they were gonna do that, I wouldn't have left my lot like this, because the problem is the dirt is like the same color as the house. Which I really liked the look of the house, and it was on grass because it looked really nice. It was like the light sort of wood tones, nice light and bright. And that was the idea. But I think it would actually probably benefit if we fixed this and made it darker. Just go around and honestly change all the walls darker. And because we can't have grass on the ground because it looked a little bit strange, what I would probably do is change the roof. Now, this is probably going to change the value, so we're going to have to mess around a little bit. Yeah, we're a little bit over 20,000 now. We'll fix that in a minute. I would also probably have darkened this down. Yeah, that's better. And then I guess probably all of it, honestly. All of the outside I would have just darkened way down so that it contrasts the dirt. And change our trim of the foundation as well to this darker one. There you go. The stairs at the back would definitely change as well. Like pretty much everything on the outside. The platform trim as well. They also added a lot more trims since I originally built this, so I think there's probably better options now too. Ooh, that one's actually kind of nice with like the wooden sort of siding almost. Yeah. And we can't forget to darken down all the trims as well. You know what, we could probably leave the windows lighter if we wanted. I don't think we need to do that. But I think this immediately looks a lot better than what it was. So this is probably what I would have done had they made this change earlier in the development of the world. So just change all the windows, make sure they're all changed over to the new look, and our little trims there. Oops, and our little trims. Hello? There? So that's what I would do to the look of the outside. Now we are a little bit over budget, so what I might do to combat that would probably have been to just delete this little clutter here, or at least that would be part of it. We'd get rid of that. And maybe this guy up here, even though it does add a nice bit of color, but I think we might get rid of that as well just to help us ease the cost. And we might need to get rid of the one in the bedroom too. Although that's not, you know what, there's actually probably a better way. How much are these? These are 80 bucks each. Let's get rid of those by the front door, then we can keep those decorations. And now we're back below the 20,000. So we're good on that front, and that's probably what I would have done. Like, it would keep the inside pretty much the same, but we'd have the darker exterior. That's the change I would have made, and honestly, it's a little bit of a shame that I wasn't able to do that in time, but it's a simple change, and if you would like to download this simple change and just put it into your game, I will upload this to the gallery once we have access to it, because this is still an early access version, as you can see there with my name on screen, which means I don't have access to the gallery just yet, but I will put this up in case you want it. This is what I would have done, because I think it fits in a lot nicer now. Like, I think it fits in a lot nicer now with the dirt patch. It doesn't stick out as much. Like, I mean, it's still obviously quite out there, but with the grass on the roof replacing the grass on the ground, I think that works out quite nicely. Yeah, that's the first lot. Now we're gonna go up to my rental. There's actually not too much I would change here, but after having played the game a little bit, there's a few things I noticed that I might want to change or add. So for this, also there was a mistake. This was not my fault. This just happened at some point after we had handed off our lots. The same thing happened to Simless's lots. I think some of them. I think this one might have had that issue. Oh yeah, these windows are like different heights. I don't admit that might be intentional, but I know there was somewhere else that she had the same problem. But yeah, so first thing I would do is fix these windows. And I would actually move these ones down rather than those ones up. The bb.move objects and then just slide these down one so that they line up with this guy here. Yeah, that's pretty much all I would do. They're not centered on the wall, but they're not really supposed to be. I mean, the windows on the outside of this house aren't really evenly spaced. They are placed according to where it actually makes sense on the inside, which I think is good because it probably should make sense. Also, I didn't put this here. This was originally over here and they moved it because they added the space heater in, but I don't know why they put it so far away from the window. I mean, I would probably just shuffle this there so you can still use it almost as like a curtain or a blind or something. I don't know why it was so far in. Now, I would also add a computer in here somewhere. I know it's a little unusual for a rental. However, when you actually come to the ski slopes, if you don't already have gear for rock climbing or climbing up the mountain, you actually need to buy it through a computer, which I didn't know at the time because they hadn't told us that that was part of it. So I would probably add a computer in. The question is where, because it is not really an easy thing just to chuck in somewhere. I could maybe move this guy, get rid of this. Swap these around. So that goes there and then just have like a small little desk here. Not the best looking thing in the world, but it's kind of just supposed to be there for functionality wise because I did find it annoying while playing. Let's get one of the matching chairs. It is a bit odd. I don't think I like that solution, but if you have a better one, let me know. I mean, the other thing I would do is maybe just put it in one of the bedrooms is what I was originally thinking, but there's not that much room. Could maybe go here. No, that doesn't really fit. We'd have to move that dresser as well. I think for gameplay's sake, I'll just leave it down there. It's not the nicest design, but it's actually gonna make this a lot easier to use. And I think that's kind of actually all I wanted to do because everything else was fine. I just needed to fix those windows and add a computer in. And then that rental is pretty much good to go. You are good to hit the slopes. Very nice. I'm actually very proud of this rental. I really like this lot. I might even just change it into an actual residential home in my game because I think it would be sweet to live here. I know it makes sense as a rental because it is right on the slopes, but I don't know. I think this would be awesome. Right, and last but not least of my lots is the lounge lot just here, which I gotta say is pretty perfect. I actually don't think there's anything that I would like specifically want to change about this lot. I mean, at some point I might want to add things to it as I'm playing through. And maybe once I have all the expansion packs, add a few more things. But we could just add a little wedding arch in here, you know? Because that was kind of the idea of this little space, that you could actually set up a wedding arch just here. So you'd set this up here. I know it's not like the biggest space. You know, I probably shouldn't put a chair there. Knowing the Sims, I'd probably go sit on that chair. Even though they never sit down during weddings, they would pick that chair. So I might just move this over here. Yeah, so that was the idea actually of this space. I might actually just get rid of this because it doesn't really work with that there. Oh, is there a better wedding arch? Well, that's the only one in base game, so that's fine. We'll just use that one. But yeah, that was the idea. You could come here, have a wedding, because I actually really like this lot. The position of it. I didn't show this in the overview of this lot, but out of this window here, this view is so nice. Like looking out over the park, I think it looks so awesome. I specifically made sure to put a bunch of windows on this side of the lot so you could actually see all of that. Because you have this beautiful view out of this park and the lake and all that, and out over this area over there. And I thought this was just a nice cozy little area. Have a little wedding, you know, nothing too extravagant, but you got a nice little spot for it. This is just a quick cutting because I was just editing the video and I realized there's something that I totally missed. If you haven't already noticed it, once I point it out, you're not gonna not notice it. But the terrain paint here is where the building used to be. The building used to come out to here and then here and then here, and you can see that. And I left it there. That one is my fault. So, I mean, super easy fix. I'd probably just remove a little bit of like this, just tap it. Like that's pretty much all you need to do. And then maybe if you wanted, you could add a little bit more dirt back in on the edge, because that's what I had originally, but that's kind of it. Just a little bit there. And that's pretty much it. Just that bit there, super annoying, and I noticed it while editing. Maybe a little bit more there just to smooth that out a bit. But yeah, you can really see the evidence of where it moved. I mean, other than that, yeah, like I said, I don't think there's anything I'd change here. But if you have any suggestions or feedback, let me know, and maybe we can come back and revisit these lots again and create a new version. But there was just those little key details on each of the lots that I wanted to fix because it got too late that we couldn't submit changes anymore and fix things that we needed to, or things got broken at the very last minute, which is a shame. But I think for the most part, the lots came out really well. I'm actually really really, really pleased with what I was able to create for the game, and so thankful for the opportunity to do it. I just had to fix those little things because otherwise it'd drive me nuts. So I fixed them. They'll be available on the gallery as new versions when the game is out. So if you want to check those out, I'll link them in this video down below if I remember when the game is out. But that's it for this video, just a short little one today, just to fix a couple of little things. But thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time, and have an awesome day.